and welcome back to Musicians Edition Practice with me for alto saxophone. I'm your teacher, Risa, and today we're working in the Standard of Excellence Book 3, and today we're on page 20, shooting a little earlier than what our space is ready for, but a lot of you are very eager and excited for page 20. So my regular camera is still packed up. I lost part of the tripod currently, so I'm on the phone today. Hopefully it's not too echoey in here. There's like nothing else in this room. It's still being put together. We have some things up and ready to go. So just bear with me if it doesn't sound the greatest or look the greatest. All right, so looking at 20, the Baroque period still. So first, let's take a look at our exercise here for technique break, okay? What is in our key signature? We have two sharps, F sharp and C sharp. It is marked for cut time. For right now, let's just do it in 4/4 so we kind of know what we have coming up and what's going on, okay? We also have a repeat. Where does that repeat take us to? The beginning. All right, let's go ahead and play. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. So something that might have thrown you guys off was that A sharp. B flat is the enharmonic of A sharp. Okay? The book wants us to name that key and technique break. So what is this key? This is in B minor. Okay. So let's go ahead and play it again. This time we're going to do it in cut time. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. Now I know it feels so much faster, but cut time, everything's in half, okay? So if you struggled with that speed, just even take it down to 4/4. I find this helpful, you don't have to do it this way, but take it down to 4/4 and then work it up really fast. Then convert it over to cut time. But when you do cut time, bring it back to slow and then start kind of, you end up doing an intermingle thing where you like transition over. Okay, let's take a look at our actual song, the Rejouissance, the music from the Royal Fireworks. Okay, so this is going to be kind of rhythm heavy in this one. Okay, so you might want to grab your pencils. I don't know where my pencil is, but you might need yours. Okay, so we are in what time signature? 2/4, so we're still going to be counting 1, 2, but our quarter note goes back to the beat, so that's helpful. Tell me about our key signature. We have no sharps, no flats, okay? So it shows for a pickup note, okay? We don't have that pickup note. Someone else in the band has it, okay? So we're going to rest for the pickup note. We're going to pick up rest, okay? Then we're going to rest for 1. We're going to rest for 2, come in on the and 1. Okay, so just pay attention to the counts. I think the best thing for us to do, I'm a big advocate on sight reading all the way through. So let's sight read this. We're going to do the bottom part first. All right, here we go. I'm gonna count in 1, 2, 1, 2, that's going to bring us right into measure 1, okay, which is the quarter rest. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. So lots of rhythm action here. And to be honest, some of the spots are kind of hard to decipher which one's the top part and which one's the bottom part. I struggled with some of that.
This lesson is brought to you by the Musician's Edition practice book. Make goals and keep track of progress throughout the whole year. When you're done with this video lesson, don't forget to mark this practice time in your Musician's Edition practice book. Now back to the video.
All right, let's go ahead and break this down. And a lot of this will be applicable to when we do the top part too, such as a lot of the rhythms. So we'll just be switching over to notes. So anywho, let's take a look, okay? So like in measure 1, we see the same kind of rhythm where it's rest, 2, and 3, right? Then we're resting, 2, 1, 2, da, 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 da. Okay, so really pay attention to those counts coming in. Okay, it might be helpful here to write those counts in so you know exactly when to come in. You're gonna be counting 1, 2, ba, ba, rest, rest, ba, ba. Okay, so let's do the first line. It's not too bad on rhythms, it's just those rests that really throw people off. Okay. So I'm gonna count this in same way I did last time. 1, 2, 1, 2, measure 1. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Rest, rest. There you go. And hopefully you've been practicing your low C's to get those out. And, you know, try not to make them wonky or honky, should I say. All right, so let's do that again. This piece is just a moderate tempo, so thank goodness it's not allegro or anything. All right, one more time. 1, 2, 1, 2, rest. Rest, rest. All right, excellent job. And if you're struggling with those, like measure 6, 7, and 8, they are part of the arpeggios working down, so make sure you're still working on scales and arpeggios. Okay, let's go on to line 2, okay? Now this whole line here, we're gonna be shared with part 1. Part 2 is the same. So once we get this down, we got it down no matter which part you're on, okay? So watching your rhythms here, strawberry 2 and strawberry 2 and strawberry 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? A lot of students happen to rush 12, 13, and 14 because we've been playing 8th notes and faster things. So we have a tendency to continue playing that as if they were 8th notes. Make sure you play them as quarters, okay? And then in 15, just watch for that dotted 8th into 16. Da, 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 da. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's play line 2. I'm just gonna count 1, 2, play. All right, ready? 1, 2. All right, excellent job. Now, with those octave C's, here's a trick that helps a lot of people. You might want to still do this standard fingering way, or you might want to do it this way. I'm a big advocate on attempting both and see what works best for you, okay? So if you're struggling with the fingers of doing regular C to low D, you can also do low C, put that thumb octave key on, and so all you're doing is taking the octave key up. Ooh. Well, you get the drift, okay? So this go around, I want you to try it that way and see if that works better for you, okay? And that happens in 9 and 11. All right, let's go ahead and give that a try. Ready? 1, 2. Excellent job. Let me know in the comments which way you prefer. Do you prefer the standard C fingerings, or do you prefer it with the octave key low C fingering? Let me know which works better. All right, but we gotta keep moving on as well. So looking at measure 17, line 3. Okay, we have the same rhythms we had before, except for we're playing it G instead of E, so we're up a little bit, okay? Then watch at measure 20, we have 1, rest on 2, right? Then we have the 16th, da-da, 1, 2, and da, 1, 2, okay? So let's go ahead and give this line a try, ready? I'm gonna do 1, 2, measure 17. Here we go. 1, 2. All right, excellent job. I got a little caught up there towards 23 of seeing ups and the top part and the bottom part. Okay, so that there is the rhythm 22. Make sure you hold that dotted quarter out as well. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2. All right, excellent job. All right, now on to, let's see, where are we now? Measure 25. Okay, here we go again with the strawberry 2 and 1. Yes, strawberry 2 and 1. Yes. Okay, then we have the dotted to the eighths. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this line a try. Ready? 1, 2. 0. 1, 2. All right, excellent job. It kind of, once again, pay attention to your rest when you come back in. So measure 30, throw some people off. You're gonna play off, and then you come right back on the beat. And that really helps. So I like to take my pencil in, and sometimes I just mark where the beats land so I know where I'm at in retrospect to when my foot is tapping and coming up. Okay, so let's go ahead and give that a try again. 1, 2. All right, excellent job. Let's take a look at measure 30 and that line now. Okay, so once again, we have some of these rhythms, so we're gonna come in on the beat, off for 2, bop, 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 bop. Okay, and then 35, we have our strawberry rhythms here again. Okay, watch your rhythms at 38 and 39. We're resting on the beat, coming back in on the 2, or excuse me, coming in on the end. So it'll be rest for 1 and 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this line a try. Ready? 1, 2. All right, excellent job. Let's do it one more time, just to make sure we got it. All right, ready? 1, 2. All right, excellent job. Let's take a look at 41 and that line, okay? So now we still have kind of those same kind of rhythms-ish, just watch them. We are piano, though we got some dynamic movement now, okay? And in 46, we're gonna crescendo up. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this a try. Ready? 1, 2. All right, now here is where it can be a little challenging reading each part. 47, I got a little mixed up there too. 47, we play just a quarter note for G, and then the 8th notes. Okay, so if you're playing the bottom part, you might want to circle that in just so you know where you're at and what notes you're playing. All right, let's do it again. Ready? 1, 2. All right, excellent job. Let's go ahead and take a look at 49 and that line. Okay, this here is where it starts mixing things up a little bit. Okay, so 49, easy enough. 50, easy enough. 51 on our part, we have straight 8s. Okay, that dotted 8th into 16th, that's on part 1. Okay, and then for 53, this is where it can get kind of challenging to people, and it might be helpful where to mark your beat in, because that slur kind of comes in on that beat. So it'd be like 1 and 2, beat and down. Okay, some people find it more helpful to ignore the slur at the moment, or excuse me, the tie. They might find it easier to ignore the tie, get the beats in, see how everything aligns, and then later put that tie in. Okay, you might find it helpful to do that, or you might just would rather play it the way as written and maybe slow it down. Either way, let's play it. We'll get it sorted out. All right, here we go. 1, 2. All right, excellent job. So there you can see a 53. Might want to slow that down even. Right, you need to kind of find the pace that you're comfortable with it, and then gradually speed that up. When it's slower, in my opinion, it's a little easier to understand the tie as well, and it kind of helps because we've had, you know, think of the other areas where we came on the and, like where we had some of those rests. Okay, let's do this again. Ready? 1, 2. All right, excellent job. I think I took that cut time the first go around, so if I did, my apologies. All right, taking a look at 57 there to the end, okay? This is where it gets a little messy of figuring out who is who, okay? So if you are on part 2, circle that in. It's going to help you tremendously. Okay. So we have the 8th notes in 57. Okay. 59, we're straight 8th notes. 59, we're on 8th notes. 60 is easier to tell. 61, we can tell. 62, we have a quarter to 8th notes. 63, 8th notes, and then finishing it off, okay? So let's take this nice and slow. 1, 2. There we go, that's a little better. There's a fermata at the end, so make sure you watch your director or conductor, okay? Let's do this one more time. We'll speed it up a little bit. Ready? 1, 2. All right, excellent job. Let's do this from beginning to end, part 2, then we're ready to tackle on part 1. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, here we go. I'm going to do 1, 2, 1, 2, measure 1. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, excellent job. All right, so if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know down in the comments. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit like, notify, and subscribe so you don't miss any of our practices. Thanks for joining, and until next time.